Alright, so here I'm working on a package unit. The blower motor looks like it caught on fire at one point. And it won't even spin. It's pretty screwed up. I mean, all the wiring melted together. And from the flame, it melted that bushing. You can see it's all just falling apart. I'll probably have to get new bushings for that. A new motor, the wiring. Now something that's really crazy that I kind of wanted to show in the video. Okay, you know they have a disconnect, no big deal. That's normal. Now you see coming out of the disconnect, they have 6 wires. This is a 3-phase 460 volt unit. So what made me notice this is, why is there 6 wires coming from the disconnect box into the unit? Well, what they have is the line voltage coming into the unit comes up to the floor, which this is normal. You see this a lot. With electricity comes up to the package unit from the inside. A lot of times it's either here in this little panel, or it's out here somewhere, penetrates through the roof. But anyway, so you have your high voltage coming up through this conduit. This is your line voltage coming in, also with your thermostat cable. Okay, you know, no big deal. But so the line voltage, you see these 3 red wire nuts? The line voltage coming in, it wire nuts into here. Then it goes down these 3 cables into the disconnect box. I mean, you see these wires moving. It's these 3 here. Now if you follow those 3 wires, it goes up and into the line side of the disconnect, right? So right now that's hot. So I have the disconnect off so that I don't have power coming through. So then it comes out these 3 wires. Now it goes back into the unit, and then when it comes into the unit, they have it hooked to the line side of the contactor behind the blue, red, and black. Now this is pretty kind of dangerous, because if you turn the disconnect off and you start cutting wires or whatever, and I'm going to show you. I have the disconnect off, handles down. Alright, I got a phone call. So okay, so I'm going to show you. You got the handle down, right? Let me see if I can find the ground. This damn thing doesn't have a fucking ground wire. But anyways, let's see if I can get a ground through this thing. It's hard doing it with the phone too. Let's see if I can get something here. 270. Let's see, 2. So I got power coming in there, and I got nothing down here. But with the handle still down, let's see, I'm gonna go into one of the wire nuts. Okay. Put it around. I have 276 volts. So what they should have done, something they should have done was this line voltage, when it comes into the unit, they should have 90'd and went into the disconnect, went to the line side of the disconnect, and then came in here, you know, through the unit. But whatever, I mean, that's stuff you see out in the field, but you just got to be careful, because this is a 3-phase 460 unit. I mean, that thing is gonna, you know, give you a hard hit. So just something I've seen, but I figured I'll put it on video and just let you guys see it. They got to be careful working out in the field. You never know what the last guy did. So, all right. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Okay. Well, anyways, I stopped the video, but something I wanted to say, that's to make you a better technician. when you see this kind of stuff, don't just, okay, it's a bad motor, get the information, I'm out of here. If you can, well, it has 2 blown fuses, but replace the fuses, disconnect your wiring for your motor, and start the unit up. Push in your contactor. You want to see your compressor start and your condenser fan motor start. Of course, you can't really check your Freon pressures, but at least you can see your compressor start and your fan motor. Because what happened, I mean, this is not going to be a cheap repair. So the customer is going to pay, good money to replace his blower motor up on this roof. If you start the unit and all of a sudden tell them, hey, you have a locked up compressor, they're going to be pretty pissed. Or you tell them, hey, also your fan motor's bad, on this fire, you don't know what had happened. So I'm going to go down to the truck, get some fuses, isolate this, and then make sure my compressor's fine and my condenser fan motor's fine. And then I'll quote the customer on replacing the blower motor. So really that was my main point of doing this video. I hate when technicians go somewhere and as soon as they see a problem, they write it up and get out of there, And then they say, well, I couldn't see the next problem because first I had to fix the first problem. Yeah, in some cases it is that way. Like I can't tell you the Freon charge is good because I have to get my blower motor to run first. But I can tell you your condenser fan motor is good or bad, or I can tell you your compressor's, turning on and pumping. I can put my low side gauge on there and make sure the suction pressure drops. So, I mean, sometimes, because then if maybe the customer will rather change the whole unit. It's a small package unit to replace the compressor, dryer, fan motor. You never know. Sometimes the customer, the customer always tries to outsmart you. What they'll tell you is, well, if you would have told me that from the get-go, I would have changed the whole unit. Really, that most of the time that's a lie. They weren't going to change the whole unit, but they just try to bullshit you. So you want to cover your ass as much as you can, and it makes you a better technician. So anyways, that was my main point of the video, and I kind of forgot. But all right, so that's just a tip. So, all right, thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm back again on the same video. So I went down to get some fuses. I got 2 new fuses. Drop the screw. And I also got this subcoat tester. So just to do a quick test on the compressor, one is on the frame there where the little grounding screw would go. Put this there. Now I'm gonna press the button. See, the compressor is grounded. So go on this one. It's 3-phase. They're all gonna give me bad, most likely, unless it's open. Unless there's an open winding. So this here's a prime example of what I was explaining earlier in the video. This unit has a bad blower motor. It's all burned. The bracket, the capacitor, the compressor is grounded. This is a R22 system. I'm not sure on the manufacturer date. It's 2004, so it's 12 years old. So, you might want to consider replacing this unit. So I'll talk to them and see if they want to replace the unit. But it might be pricey because it's not at the edge of the roof. It's pretty far in. So I'm not sure if they're going to replace it or what. They just might wait on it because the area that it serves is not really critical. So we'll see. But I just wanted to show the importance of, try to check as much things as possible before you write up your diagnostics and, the price of the repair. So, alright, so thanks for watching. So that should be the end of it. Alright.